Hello YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. And what we're up to today? Well, this could be one of my most stupid ideas. Because it's just starting to rain. Look at those clouds. But I'm sure it's going to brighten up later. But we're off for a wild camp. We're heading for Kielder Forest. Should take us about 4.5 hours, hopefully. Got all the DR packed up. Finished work. I'm running late, as usual. It's probably going to put me up at Kielder Forest about 8, half 8. It's now 3:30. So we're going non-motorway because we're on the DR. That's what it's going to take so long. But Nicola said, "You've done some stupid things in our times together, but it's got to be the stupidest." Because to be honest, I've done a little bit of research, i.e. looking on Google Earth, and I've got 2 or 3 places where I'm hoping we can camp. Because like I said, once we get up there there's someone letting on there. Once we get up there, you could be saying I had a nice bike. Once we get up there at about 8:30, we're only really going to have about an hour to find somewhere to camp and get the tent up. I'd like the tent to be up for around 9 o'clock, to be honest with you. Get a brew going. I've got some soup, cook some soup, get something to eat. You know, then hopefully have about an hour and 20 minutes of light left then. About 20 past, 10:30, it'll be too dark to do anything. Climb in the tent and go to sleep. Some bacon for the morning. I'm going to get one of them logs, I think, if I can find. I've got a bit of kindling and some other like natural fire starters, not these stinky stuff, the lighter fuel stuff, the natural like wooden ones, and some bit of kindling in my bike to have a little bit of a fire. But I'm going to try and get one of them like logs you can buy outside the filling petrol stations. Get one of them, have a look, break it in half and have a little bit of a fire tonight, a little bit of a fire tomorrow. Well, that's the plan anyway. So we've all got all the camping gear on. I put a couple of pictures up of the bike with all the gear on. I'm gonna head over towards well, like Paddy and Way, and then past the lay-by onto Settle, Long Preston, and then Kirby Longsdale, Kirby Stevens, Brough, then up, heading up on the back roads to, is it Slaggyford, I think it's called, and then into Kielder. It'd be nice to get somewhere near like Kielder Water. I've seen a spot near there. If I don't get there, then I'm heading in towards the observatory. There's a lot of little tracks around there, and I found a couple of places. I found one just off the road, and then I found one quite tucked in a little bit. So, well, wish me luck. Here comes the rain now. If it starts bouncing down, then well, I'm just going to have to push through it, because I'm pretty sure later on in the day, well, come like, I don't know, 6 o'clock, from 6 o'clock onwards, it's going to brighten up, it's going to be dry. I'm going to jump on the dual carriageway here, I'll turn the camera off. Yeah, I'll get back to you once we get over, like Long Preston, Settle Way, something like that, or Solihull, somewhere around there anyway. We'll have another update. Right, stick around, stay tuned for the first wild camp. Look at this now, blue skies. Sun's over there, blue skies above us. Plodding along on the little 250. Oh, I'm so glad I didn't turn back now. So glad I stuck with it. Look at it, brightening up. We have little faith, James. We have little faith. Oh, buzzing now. I'm proper buzzing now. A lovely road, this. Plodding along, plodding along on the old thumper. This is what it's all about, isn't it? Right, turn left here, caravan. Sheepies. We're keeping going. Keep heading north. A lot of crap on road. We might be hurtling over here today on the Triumph. I love a lot of crap on road. Come on, little girl. She loves it. Ooh. Plenty of sheep about. Look at that, stunning down there now, isn't it? That sun's just lighting up that valley. What a view. We'll get the old Kielder camera going for a bit. There we go, it's recording anyway. Might get a bit of footage out of it now. See how quickly it decides to steam up so it gets a bit of heat in the camera. It'd be lovely to have a nice view like this to wake up to in the morning, wouldn't it? But that means we'd have to be out in the open, and being out in the open is not where we want to be. We don't want to be seen. Not with the bike anyway. Definitely not with the bike. And on the brakes. Kirby Stevens, Brough is where we're heading once we go through Kirby Stevens. Let's keep heading up towards Brough. One more of that bloody spray and chip. Having it, this camera, see that? We'll switch it off, save battery life. That's a question for anyone out there who knows. With this bike not having a battery, obviously it produces power for the lights and this, that and the other. Would I be able to put a charging point on this bike to charge my phone up and cameras and stuff, camera batteries? I've got two like, what sits with me, what do you call them, battery cell things, you know, they'll charge my phone about. I mean, the big one I've got charged my phone a dozen times, I think. I've got a small one that my daughter lent me. But that's the question, is there a way? I mean, I don't see why not. They can't just get a live and an earth and put a USB charger on. Once the bike's running, it'll be charging, won't it, surely? Or will it not? Somebody must have done it, or somebody must know whether you can do it. Oh, my backside out of that seat for a minute. Now I could have met Northern Rider, but like I said, it was a bit like a spontaneous thing. I mean, I had an idea who was coming yesterday, but I didn't know for sure, and then like I said, I didn't even know for sure when the bike was packed whether I was going to get this far up or whether I was going to do it or not. And it's a bit of a solo outing now, so sorry Dan, but I will meet you again. I've got some bar and mirrors for him. We're going to end up buying his own in a bit. I've got to look out for this owl, haven't I? That's what I've got to do. I've got to look out for this owl. What's it up there? Is that it? Is this the owl? It is. It's the owl. Yeah, it's got to be. That's it, huh? There you go, Dan. Mr. Northern Rider, I have spotted the Kirby Stevens owl. Look at this weather now. Oh yes. Oh yes. Well, that's the owl, is it? It doesn't move much on top of the Methodist Church, Methodist Chapel. And what's the story behind the owl then? Has it always been there, or is it something they've added on? Is it to scare the pigeons off, I wonder? I mean, it would be nice just to see down here. Now, I think he comes to the bakery here, doesn't he? I've seen him on his videos. He might be working. That's the thing, you see, we seem to work opposite shifts. He'll be off on a Sunday and I'll be working. And then, same with Saturdays. I'll be off, he'll be working. Well, I ain't seen a sign for Brough yet, so I'm guessing it's down here. Coast to coast fish and chips. Ooh, smell good. They do smell good. I've got to get a picture in this sun on WhatsApp. Brough 4 mile. I need a picture. Well, that'll be a nice one with sun there. Let's get here, let's get here. Alright YouTube, small confession, I didn't quite make Kielder Forest. In fact I'm way off, I'm just above Adrian's Wall in a small bit of a forest. Followed a logging track in up here. Followed a logging track in, came up this hill into this bit of a clearing here. And that's where I'm going to camp. And obviously they're working in this forest, so I'm going to have to be up and away early, but it's not going to be a problem. The bike's there, behind the tent. There's the tent. Might put a tarp over the bike, but I'm not sure. Thinking about just having my little log burning on that fire. Put all my gear in the tent. I've had a right nightmare getting here, honestly. Talk about unprepared. I mean, God knows what's happened to this, but the indicator decided to melt itself. Don't know whether it's don't think it's the exhaust, but it's all inside. So it's fused itself and melted itself. Had a slight bit of oil here coming from, you'll not be able to see it, was a pipe in there that I had to remove. I'm not sure what, it's like a collar with a screw through it, and that's been leaking ever so slightly, and I've not got, can you believe I've not got a 10mm with me? Just everything was sort of like done last minute, and I should have just left it really. I shouldn't have come. Didn't have enough time to get to where I wanted to get, but to be honest I'm happy with this place. As long as I don't get any heat in the morning, but that'll be packed up and I'll be gone. So but it's nice and quiet. Nice view over there. Just a bit worried about snakes, to be honest. Something I was reading, but they're not aggressive unless you start what's that noise? Someone just drove in. Was it me being paranoid? Can't hear now because I've got my helmet on. It's about 8:45, so been leaving it as late as I can before I put the tent up. The sun's going to start going down soon. Be safe then. Looks like there's nothing been up here for a while. There is tracks, as you can see, but there's nothing. There's nothing been over here for a while, as that's heavy vehicle tracks that. when they've been coming up, probably cutting these trees. Anyway, that's the setup, that's the tent. There's the bike. I'm not going to bother getting the tarp out. If I was up Kielder and I had more time and what have you. But now we're after a quick getaway in the morning. Not putting tarps away and everything else. So this is us for the night. Just going to finish off setting up and I'll get back to you. Brew time. Jet boil is boiling. And look at the forest. My view in the morning through there. Oh yes. See what's nice and warm and quiet in here. Hello YouTube, hope you can see me, try and get in the light of the fire. Well, I suppose it was a bit of a disaster. I mean, we achieved what we set out to achieve, which was the wild camp. My first wild camp. To be honest, I'm quite comfortable with it. I was a bit anxious when I came in here, but now it's settled down and it's starting to get dark. I didn't really want to put the tent up too early, but I can't see nobody's going to come up here now, so quite happy. A few more logs on, last couple of bits on the fire. Yeah, quite happy with this little spot. I don't know whether I'd use it again. As long as I leave it like I've never been here, I suppose I could use it again. I'd record a little bit. Thought I'd record a little bit more while we've still got a bit of sunlight. So I'll get this fire going a bit. This log thing I got was not burning very well. Burning now. There we go. Yeah. It's 10 o'clock now. I reckon we've got about 20 minutes of light left or something before it gets too dark to sit here. But I'll tell you what, if anybody's thinking about doing this, I mean, I know I've not got my head down yet. But like I say, after them first anxious few minutes when I snuck in here, well, anxious half an hour or so maybe. So glad I'm here now. Fire's nice now. Just gotta make sure I put it out properly. Turn this off. There we go. See me better now, can't I? yeah, I don't know, if you're thinking about doing it, I'd just say come and do it. I've been saying I'm going to do it for about 2 years now. I've had my camping gear, and it's just, you know, sometimes you're just like, oh, should I go, should I not? But if I get a good night's sleep tonight, and I get up in the morning, and have a brew, and pack away, and get out of here unscathed, without some mad farming or being ate by a snake or something, and I'll be very happy. And I'll definitely be doing it again. Whether I'll come to this spot again, like I said, I don't know. Just see if I can leave it like I've not been here and nobody sees me sneaking out in the morning. Don't see why I can't use it again. Definitely doesn't look like anyone's camped in here, and if they have, they've done a really good job of hiding it. In this area anyway. I've not been all the way through the forest, but certainly in this area. Just silent, isn't it? You can hear a plane in the sky. The road's right down the bottom there, the road. Can't see me pointing, but it's right down that way. And it's a little single track road, and nothing passes. It takes you back down onto the main road, but I bet it's another mile, the main road. So the only people coming up this, there is an house, I'd say about half a mile back that way, like a farmhouse. So anyone using that road would either be coming to that farmhouse or maybe accessing this forest area for cutting the trees down. So it's not a bad little spot at all. Hope the DR's alright tomorrow. So a slight little oil leak, still, not from the same place, just from a little pipe that's got a collar on it and a bolt that goes through. Just a bit worried about that. Could do with trying to nip that up with something in the morning, but just take my time, limp it home. Well, not limp it home, but just take my time home with it. Should be alright. That's weird noises. It's like screams, but with some sort of animal. We're definitely losing light now, YouTube. So I'm going to switch off. I'm definitely going to be back to speak to you in the morning. Bye for now.